Hello, my name is Sasha, and welcome to a Camtasia Studio 9 introduction tutorial. This tutorial will help you with the basics of Camtasia, such as screen recording, minor video editing, as well as minor audio editing. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, after downloading Camtasia, a shortcut should automatically appear on your desktop. You can actually go ahead and open up the program. Afterwards, you should be prompted with a startup menu that looks something like this. Okay, I'm showing you images right now since I'm actually using Camtasia to record this tutorial, but you should see something that pretty much looks like this. It's broken up to 3 different parts called Get Started, Recent Projects, and Tutorials. Okay, so we'll be working on something new, so you can actually just go ahead and click New Project. And once you click that, it should actually bring you to the Camtasia Studio page. Okay, so this page can actually be broken up into 3 different parts. We can talk about the main menu, the actual canvas, and then the timeline itself, which is down here at the bottom. Okay, so let's start with screen recording. To record, all I want you to do is go to the top left corner of the window and actually click the record button. Once you click that, the studio should actually close down and you should be prompted with a screen looking like this, or at least like a small window that looks like this. So this area can actually be broken up into 3 different areas as well. Select area, recorded inputs, and the actual record button. So in the select area, that'll actually allow you to determine the size of the area you would actually like to record. So you can actually record the entire screen like I am doing right now, or you can actually record smaller sections. These sections can actually be chosen by clicking the custom button where a green box should appear, and that'll allow you to alter the size to whatever you would like. Okay, so for record inputs, that'll allow you to turn your computer's camera either on or off, as well as your microphone on your computer as well. So if you would like your camera to be off, you can simply just click it and it will automatically turn off, or if you would like it on, once again, just click it again. The same actually goes for the audio button. You can just simply click it and it will turn off. However, if you click it again, once again, it will turn back on. If you would like to have recordings in your video, you should also know about this right here, which is just a recorder volume control. So what you can actually do is just use this little marker to actually determine how loud you would like the recording volume to be. To make sure you have the best recording volume, you should make sure that the marker falls on the orange part. Okay, so once everything has been set up, you can actually just go ahead and click the record button. Once the recording starts, a 3-second countdown should begin before Camtasia starts to record. Another menu will be minimized that will actually look like this. On that menu will actually show you the duration of your recording audio level if you have it turned on, as well as 3 buttons: delete, pause, and stop. The delete does as stated. The delete will delete everything you are recording currently. Okay, if you hit pause, that'll allow you to stop the recording, give you a chance to take a quick breather, get something to eat, or anything else you may need to do. And afterwards, you can also continue the recording if you click it again. Stop will completely stop the recording and will allow you to edit this in Camtasia. Okay, so let's say you just finished recording and now you want to edit. Okay, so you would hit the stop button you would actually hit the stop button right here, and right after you do that, the entire Camtasia Studio screen should pop up. And since you just finished recording, your media will actually appear right here in the media bin. If you can't find it, go actually right below record, hit media, because you may have just closed it. But just clicking it again, it should open the media bin right here. But as I was saying, since you finished recording, your media should actually appear right here in this media bin, as well as on the timeline right at the bottom. But for my sake, I will just import some media so that we can work with. You can actually do that simply by clicking this import media button right here, Or you can actually click the cross down in the bottom left corner. This will allow you also to import media from your computer as well as your Google Drive, which is really amazing. So let's select some media. Click. I'm going to select an audio clip as well as a video clip, just so I can show you some things that Camtasia can do. So let's start with the video. We're going to drag both down right now. I'm going to drag it all the way down to track 1 so that I can work with this, as well as let's drag the audio right here just so I know it's there. And as you can see, that audio looks pretty long, so how about we zoom out? And you can go over there right by that little magnifying glass. There's a plus and a minus. Plus will make it bigger, and the minus will actually make things smaller. So there we go, we made that a little smaller, a little easier to see. It's like, so let's start off with that. Looking at my recording, I can kind of see that there's a few seconds before my actual recording begins. Okay, so I want to get rid of that. And I can do that very easily. Actually, right here on this little play tool, I can actually just use the green and red markers to select what portion I would like to remove. Let's say around here. That looks like a good place to stop. Okay, so I want to delete that. So what I want to do first is actually make sure I move my audio out of that little blue area, because that'll delete that as well, which I don't want to do. And all you have to do to that is actually just select the center of the audio and just drag it back. All right. Okay, so then I just right click and hit delete. Okay, perfect. And now I can just move both of these forward. Okay. And something you really want to remember, just in case you do make a mistake, oops, I did not mean to leave that up. Something you do want to remember just to make sure, just in case you make a mistake, is actually there's an undo button right over here in the top left corner of the timeline. So if I messed up, I can just hit undo. Oh, and let's say, oh, and there it is. The spot I deleted came right back. And if I want to redo it, I can easily just hit the redo button, and I'll move everything back to how I have it. Okay. All right. Okay, so now let's work on the audio. Okay, as I said before, that audio looks a little long. Okay, so I want to trim it. Since it's so long, I'm going to minimize that right there, and then drag my slider all the way over here. Use the red slider. Well, using the red and green sliders, I'm just going to mark the area I want to get rid of. And right click, delete. Okay, perfect. That's something smaller and easier to work with. All right, now going back to the audio, just looking at it, that seems a little loud. So how about we lower that? You can actually do that by clicking on the audio itself. You should see a little green line right here, and you can just lower it just to make the music a little softer. All right. And you can do that, and you can also do that the other way. So just in case you want to make it louder, you can raise it up. But for my purpose, I'm going to lower that just a little more. And one other thing I would like to teach you about are actually the audio points. And that's just something that can allow you to select certain pieces of the audio, so for you to either increase or decrease the volume. There you go. So to do that, you would just right click on that line, go right up here and click add audio point. So right there, I want to add one right there, and let me lower that. So you can see how it goes a little higher and then lowers a little down here. Well, let's add another one down here. Let me right click again, click add audio point. Let's lower that even more. Okay, perfect. But let's say I don't want this audio point right here anymore. What would I do? Okay, so I would select that audio point, I would right click and hit delete. There you go. And so now I just removed that audio point. But if you would like to remove all audio points, what you could do is, let me actually do it to this one. You can just right click and delete, remove all audio points. But I actually like to keep that audio point, so let me go back. and do that. Okay, so once you have done something like that, your video, let's say your video is like complete, you're ready, you would like to share it, you want to post it. Okay, so then all you would have to do is just go to the top right corner and hit share. So once you click that, you can actually select which platform you would like to save your video to. You can actually just save it onto your computer itself, or through Camtasia, you can actually upload it to different platforms such as your Google Drive, YouTube, Vimeo, screencasts, almost anything. Alright, so that's actually going to be the end of our tutorial for today. Even though some of these tools seem very simple and basic, they're actually very important for you to know because you can easily build upon these skills to make great videos in the future. Alright, so I hope this tutorial was really able to help you, and thank you again for watching. Bye-bye!